Drill sergeant tried to intimidate a recruit. Didn't realize he was screaming at the general's nephew. Alright. Story time. This happened back in 2016 at Paris Island. 2nd Recruit Training Battalion. I was a squad leader in 2036. And I swear to God, this story still gets brought up at every unit reunion like some kind of urban legend. RD. Gisked Barkley. Was straight out of Central Casting. Big dude. Bald head. Neck thicker than his waist. And a voice that could trigger a fire alarm. He had one volume. Incoming artillery. And one facial expression. Pure contempt. He lived for making recruits suffer in creative, legally gray ways. One time he made a guy do mountain climbers while screaming, "I'm a beautiful butterfly," for 20 straight minutes because he stepped out of formation with the wrong foot. Another time he poured water on the quarterdeck just to make it more motivational to do push-ups. Enter Recruit Jefferson. Jefferson was weird. Dude had perfect posture, never flinched, and took notes. No joke. He would mentally log everything. Barkley would scream in his face and Jefferson would just stand there like he was watching a PowerPoint on anger issues. He didn't smile, didn't complain. He just watched. Unnerving as hell. Of course, Barkley took that as a personal challenge. He started going extra hard on Jefferson, flipping his rack, making him carry his footlocker up and down 3 flights of stairs for lack of motivation, making him wear his gas mask during firewatch. Not standard at all. It got bad enough that the other dis started side-eyeing it. Then one day, during mail call, Jefferson gets a handwritten letter. Not unusual, until you realize the return address just says, LT. Jen. Jefferson. HQMC. Now, most of us didn't think much of it. Could have been a joke. But Barkley? He lost his mind. He starts screaming about stolen valor. About recruits lying to boost their egos. Says if Jefferson is lying about being related to a general, he'll personally make sure he's mopping latrines with a toothbrush until Christmas. Jefferson doesn't say a word. Just gives this tiny smirk and says, "Aye, sir." Fast forward 3 days. The CO of the depot shows up. With the actual LT. Jen. Jefferson. Turns out, Jefferson wasn't just related. He was the general's godson. Not a favor recruit. Not some soft-handed legacy. The guy requested to go enlisted first because, and I quote, "You don't lead Marines until you've suffered with them." Hardcore. Anyway, there's a surprise formation. The general gives a short speech about honor and integrity. Then pulls Gisked Barkley aside for a private conversation. What happened next? No one really knows. But Barkley was gone the next morning. Like, no trace. His nameplate scraped off. Gear locker emptied. Some said he got reassigned to a recruiting office in North Dakota. Others say he's still at PI, pushing paper in a windowless room somewhere deep underground. Jefferson graduated as guide, obviously. I saw him a year later at SOI. He was already meritoriously promoted. Last I heard, he commissioned and went infantry. Moral of the story? Always assume the recruit with the dead stare and perfect bearing is either a prior force recon sniper or related to someone who can end your career with a phone call. Or both.